Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2014. Who is ready for some roller derby? Now I need to hear this. Who is ready for some roller derby? Introducing first, the visiting team. Hailing from San Francisco, California. Skating in the Army green and black. With a 2013 record of 4-2. This is the team who will eat your head. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 She-Volter! In her 7th season, number 47, Kim Vicious. In her 2nd season, number 300, Humvee. In her 1st season, number D1E, The Avenger. In her 2nd season, number 17, Cornholio. In her 3rd season, number 89, Mean Burrito. In her 2nd season, number 616, Silver Foxy. In her 5th season, number 127, Dorothy Dread. In her 2nd season, number 318, Make Haste. In her 2nd season, number 713, Sherlock Holmes Slice. In her 3rd season, number 52, Kid Ace. In her 2nd season, number 140, Nurse Lithium. In her 4th season, number 999, Tara Bishop. In her 6th season, number 360, Trixie Brixie. And your captain in her 6th season, number 0, Slavia Majora. San Francisco tonight is bench coached by Miss Moxie and Sugar Pusher. Ladies and gentlemen, your San Francisco She-Volter. Whew. Introducing second, this is your home team. Hailing from Berkeley, California. Skating in the pink and orange with a 2013 record of 3-3. With 60 minutes, this team will go the distance. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 Berkeley Resistance. In her 9th season, number 50, Taxi Scab. In her 2nd season, number 1950, Studebaker. In her 2nd season, number 43, Jambi. In her 2nd season, number 76, Jedi Force. In her 4th season, number 405, Dirty Little Trick. In her 2nd season, number 11, Bianca Troll. In her 2nd season, number 4, Jostle. In her 3rd season with Bad, number 19, Steely Jan. In her 2nd season, number 14, Rufio. In her 8th season, number 1 par, La Chica Mala. In her 2nd season, number 73, Frida Loca. In her 4th season, number 86U, Gretch and Vomit. In her 7th season, number 888, Brawlin' Angel. And your captain in her 2nd season with Bad, number 45, Dolly Rocket. Berkeley is coached tonight by Chrissy Yamagacha and Nate Dudley. Ladies and gentlemen, the Berkeley Resistance!
Yeah.
This is the best opening song of about ever. All right, we got number 19, Steely Jan on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
Jamming for San Francisco, that's 89, Mean Burrito. You'll see them lining up in that scrum start right out of the gate. Scrum as in rugby scrums.
So exciting.
So much of what we do right off the line is really trying to slow that jammer down, but both jammers are picking up speed. Steely Jam pushing the part with lead jammer.
Some pretty tight packs there, G-Money. It took Steely a little while to get out there. Looks like Mean Burrito is still struggling with a nice four-wall at the front. She is out as well.
Steely Jam picking her way. It looks like she's going to be picking up 4 points, calling off the jam. Berkeley with first blood with a 4-0 jam.
That's the dream. Got number 888, Brawlin' Angel on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
And another veteran jam, and that's number 360, Trixie Pixie for Sheevil.
Looks like Berkeley has one skater, Joss Hole, in the box right now, so they are down one blocker. Advantage San Francisco. It's always best when you're down numbers to get in front so you can try and control the situation.
Boy, that's number 52, Kid Ace, body all over Brawlin' Angels jamming. Brawlin' Angels still escaping, getting to the front with lead jammer. Dirty little trick working against number 360, Trixie Pixie, as she exits the pack. Pack speeding up a little bit.
Nice offense there by Gretchen Vomit, making a few holes for her jammer to get through and score some more points.
Those are 4 really big points right now. Getting out of the gate, down one blocker in that jam, very critical for them. It's also really challenging when you have Trixie Pixie coming around, that timing of making sure you call off the jam in time. Sometimes a little thrown off when you have a really fast jammer like that.
Girl is quick. Oh, looks like we got number 45, Dolly Rocket on the line for the Berkeley Resistance. I think this is the first time I've seen Dolly take the star.
She's been doing that at the scrimmages. Number 713, that is Sherlock Holmes Slice jamming for Sheevil Dead. Looks like Dolly Rocket playing a little bit of defense against Sherlock Holmes Slice. Both of them do block on our travel team.
I do love watching an amazing blocker switch over to jamming and just watch them block their way right through that pack. Dolly Rocket fighting, and she is out. She is your lead jammer for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's a really tough one full lap to try to get out of the pack for a lead jammer. Sherlock Holmes Slice 713 finally getting out of the pack for an initial pass.
Both packs jockeying for position. Oh, and it looks like Dolly Rocket made it through, calling off the jam with a few more points for the Berkeley Resistance.
I'm going to take a moment to thank Wicked Skatewear. Wicked Skatewear is an apparel and uniform company that happens to sell roller skates and gear. When you go home tonight, check out Wicked Skatewear at wickedskatewear.com.
We got one Parla Chikamala on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
And looks like that's May Case out there for the first time jamming for Sheevil.
Got old school versus new school. Looks like both teams are back at full strength. Everyone's out of the box.
Also, both teams are going to go with a 4-jammer rotation. Make Hayes coming out with the first time for lead jammer for Sheevil Dead.
Chikamala is out as well, trying to catch up to make haste. Berkeley's in the front, trying to do a strong 4-wall. Trying to let Mala catch up, score some points before Make Haste scores any.
Looks like Make Haste picked up a major back block. She ran into the blocker, knocking her down when she had position. This is going to be a 1-minute penalty. The Chikamala picking up 5 points, jumping the apex, picking up another 5 points on a grand slam.
Looks like Berkeley is losing another blocker to the box. Got Jedi going to the box. Got some passive offense going on with the Berkeley Resistance. Nice 3-wall or 2-wall up there. Got Slay and Cornholio Mala gets past them.
Yeah, it looks like La Chica Mala is trying to call it off. She was not lead jammer. Make Case was lead jammer, but ended up going to the box. So this is going to be a 2-minute jam.
Every jammer's favorite situation. 2 whole minutes, all for you. Again, nice tight defense up there at the front with Slay and Cornholio on Sheeval. Making Mala work.
La Chica Mala after another grand slam, trying to pick up another one. She is going to pick up 5 more points. Make Case comes out of the box, picking up points on her scoring pass, picking up 4 points right there, getting Sheeval on the board.
Looks like both these jammers are taking advantage of really tiny little openings on the lines, inside and outside. A little bit of pile up there. Looks like each team is sending 1 skater to the box after that jam, G-Money.
It was 5 minutes into the game. Let's start talking about the after party, shall we? After party tonight's going to be at Telegraph Beer Garden on Telegraph at 23rd, just past Grand. New place for us to party tonight, so head over to Telegraph after tonight's games.
You had me at Beer and Garden.
I'm sure these skaters wish it was already time for the after party. Got number 14, Rufio, on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's number 89, Mean Burrito, jammer for Sheeval, playing a little defense right off the line, going back to her signature style, really hopping, a kinetic jammer there.
That is a phenomenal wall back there for Sheeval. Got Kim Fectious, Kid Ace, and Nurse Lithium.
Oh my goodness, looks like that's gonna be a major cut on, or major forearm on Rufio. That's a power jam. Sheeval dead picking up 5 points with Mean Burrito, 5 in the sky.
Looks like Berkeley's down to only 2 skaters to defend the track. They want to minimize the bleeding as much as they possibly can. They want to try and hold Mean Burrito back so that their own jammer can get out of the box, but it's really hard when you only have 2 people.
Really critical power jam right now. They're picking up a couple of points. Burrito coming back around, picking up another 5 in the sky.
So, to Bianca Troll and Jambi up there. This is not an easy job. Mean Burrito is not an easy jammer to keep back with a full pack.
Mean Burrito doing a great job finding the side of that blocker, hammering through for another 5 points.
It's like Berkeley's got 1 more helper. Frida Kelly is out there.
Mean Burrito's style of hopping all over the place, really active jammer, forcing those Berkeley blockers to pick up some penalties as they close this score down. Mean Burrito picking up 3 more points on that pass, calling it off before Rufio can leave the box. Wow, Sheeval just in that single jam closes to a 4-point gap.
That's why Derby is beautiful, G-Money. Looks like Sheeval's starting this with the only jammer.
Yeah, that's a Trixie Pixie 360. Berkeley's going to counter with number 405, 45, and 86U. That's Gretchen Vomit, Dolly Rocket, and Dirty Little Trick. Not a lot of fun blockers to be playing around with. Really some nasty people out there.
Oh, and Rufio got out of the box, snuck through the pack, and she is the lead jammer for the Berkeley Resistance. Pax put the brakes on. Dolly Rocket was trying to do some last-minute offense there, but Trixie Pixie's very fast.
Looks like Trixie picks up 3 points on that jam, while Rufio picked up 2. This is what we were talking about last time Trixie jammed. It's really hard to kind of anticipate how fast she's going to come around with that speed that she possesses. Jamming for Sheeval, that's number 713, Sherlock, home slice.
We got number 19, Steely Jan, on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
Looks like they're doing a little do-si-do on the line, trying to get position. You're going to see a very different jamming style as Sherlock. Sherlock's a methodical jammer, sneaking up the line, using her strength, picking up lead jammer.
These ladies work out a lot. I don't know if you can tell. Oh, and Steely slips around Sherlock, but Sherlock's lead jammer, so she don't care. She just calls it off.
And you got that right, Postal. These girls do spend a lot of time off skates working out. And we want to thank our latest sponsor, the Perfect Sidekick. Our newest sponsor The Perfect Sidekick is the first and only LGBTQ gym in the nation. They were voted the 2013's best gym in Oakland. So check out theperfectsidekick.com.
Jamming for Sheeval, that is Make Haste.
And we got number 888 Brawlin' Angel on the line for the Berkeley Resistance. Nice three-walling there. Got Studebaker, dirty little trick, Gretchen Vomit, making Make Haste life a little hard. Oh, and I think Brawlin' Angel is lead jammer, and she is unopposed in this jam. We have a power jam for the Berkeley Resistance.
I will tell you what, Brawlin' Angel is one of those skaters you want to be in there during a power jam. She's really powerful, really fast, and likes to pick up points.
She's also a double threat blocker jammer, so she can make her own holes.
Speaking of points, that's a grand slam, 5 in the skies.
Looks like Berkeley's losing a skater to the box, Gretchen Vomit. Some nice little pool playing there. It really sucks when you're a jammer and somebody hits your own player into you. It's not fun.
So Brawlin' Angel called off that jam, if you're wondering there. She realized it's going to take too much time for her to get all the way back to the pack, tried it back in for a scoring pass, decided to reset this with a new fresh jammer. That's one par La Chica Mala out there for Berkeley. Sorry, I saw your thunder.
Mala looks ready. Berkeley is down a skater.
Number 52, Kid Ace, working with Sheeval, trying to put her blockers in position.
And La Chica Mala pushes her way free. That was a nice wall with Kid Ace, Cornholio, Humvee.
Looks like La Chica Mala picked up a back block there. She's going to be freeing up Make Haste.
It's musical jammer chairs. Sucks for the jammer going to the box.
So Make Haste coming out of the box is still eligible for lead jammer, picking up lead jammer.
And we've got Joss Hold, Jambi, and Jedi. Three skaters in a wall against Make Haste. Again, they're trying to kill as much time as they can, keep her back as long as they can until they can free their own skater from the box.
Full complement of Berkeley blockers out there as 86U. Gretchen Vomit comes out. Not before Make Haste picks up another 5 points for a grand slam, closing that score down to 49 Sheeval dead, 55 Berkeley Resistance.
This is a good bout, G-Money.
That's 17 minutes left.
It's like Sheeval's starting this one unopposed.
Yeah, both teams are getting into the flow of things. We always say is survive the first 5 jams. Keep the score close. All the jitters are gone, and they're just going to be starting the jam with number 89, Mean Burrito, jamming for Sheeval. That is number 50, Taxi Cab from the Berkeley Resistance. Really quick feet. Hammering, making Mean Burrito earn it, but she still earns a lead jammer.
That was nice bridging by Berkeley in that last jam. They made sure they got every inch of that 20 feet of hitting space in. Mean Burrito got her points, and she's like, that's it, I'm done.
I love watching Mean Burrito jam. There's like nothing, everything's fast twitch. Calling off the jam, moving to the other side, trying to pass people, fast twitch.
She makes me so hungry. I'm so hungry right now.
Speaking of hungry, Postal, check out some of our fantastic vendors. We have Fist of Flour Pizza, Donna's Tamales, and Spoonful of Sugar Cakes out there in our vendor village.
Jamming for Sheeval, that's 360. That's Trixie Pixie trying to find her place.
And we got number 45, Dolly Rocket, jamming for the Berkeley Resistance.
Number 52, that is Kid Ace, putting Dolly Rocket out to the outside, recycling her back into the pack. Nurse Lysium getting a body on her as well.
Dolly Rocket just bounces off all the other blockers, and she's out, and oh, she's in the box.
That was number 140, Nurse Lithium, forcing that cut on Dolly Rocket. Trixie Pixie still working on her initial pass, picks up lead jammer for Sheeval Dead on this power jam.
Trixie Pixie's really good at getting low enough that it's very, very difficult to effectively block her. Ooh, G-Money.
I think we just had a lead change right there. So if you have a drink in your hand, drink. Trixie Pixie walking the line, picking up another 5 points on the Grand Slam. Again, her speed coming into play here is how quickly she could get around. Kid Hayes ushering her around there.
Nice hits there at the front by Jambi. She keeps popping Trixie out of bounds, forcing her to come in behind. A neat little wall with her and Studebaker.
And if you finished your drink on that last lead change, you'll get yourself some Barefoot Wine and Bubbly. Get barefoot and have a great time with Barefoot Wine and Bubbly, the official wine of Bad. Also remember, you can reserve our Barefoot patio for your next group event.
Shevel doing a great job extending the lead to 12.6755. Still currently in a power jam. They're going to be fielding number 713. That's Sherlock Holmes Slice trying to hide there, but she's a blocker. She's not hiding from anybody. You're going to see from Sherlock, she's not going to be quick and trying to outrun people. She's going to use her strength to hold her line and get lead jammer right there.
Dolly Rocket is out, fighting her way through. She is out of the pack as well. She is not lead jammer.
Sherlock trying to sneak around the outside. Let's see if she picked up any points right there.
Looks like we have Rufio on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
Yeah, and Sherlock didn't pick up any points. Jamming for Shevel, that's going to be 89, Mean Burrito. Yes. Berkeley just realizing at the very right before that jam started, they didn't have enough skaters. Mix up the line, allowing Mean Burrito to find a hole, pick up lead jammer right there.
Rufio is still trying to get out. Shevel's doing a really great of recycling her back. Waterfall hitting.
That was Mean Burrito. Surprise, she's back and she's picking up 5 points on a natural Grand Slam. Burrito hopping around, trying to pick up a couple of points. Great job by Rufio, hustling around, stealing 3 points out of that lead jammer situation.
I'd like to take this time out to thank Cruz Skate Shop. Cruz Skate Shop will sell you wheels, school you in skates, protect your pointy parts, and keep your cranium capably cogitating. Plus, they like to party. Especially this Friday night, they're celebrating their 6-year anniversary party. CruzSkateShop.com, bumming out announcers since 2007.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's like Berkeley is taking a team timeout right now, discussing some things, refining some strategies.
So each team has 3 timeouts per game, and so pretty precious throughout a 60-minute bout. It's really the only way either team can stop the clock. So those are some of those things you want to hold on for the end of the game if the score is close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a game this close, every little adjustment you could make could be the win or the loss, depending on how it plays out on the track. And these teams know each other very well. So it's always fun to see what changes after a timeout. Got number 19, Steely Jan on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
Shevel's going to be fielding number 360, Trixie Pixie. You know, those 1-minute timeouts always seem a little crazy. You want to talk a lot about how to fix things, and it's hard to implement those things in 1 minute.
Looks like both teams are down 1 blocker, so it's 3 versus 3. Steely Jan is out, and she is your lead jammer for the Berkeley Resistance.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Taxi Scab doing what she does all over Trixie Pixie as a jammer, just receiving her, putting her blockers back in those spots. Dirty little trick. Allows the jammer to go back to the outside, but not before Steely Jan comes around, picks up 4 points on that pass. Great job by Berkeley calling the timeout, getting lead jammer, getting a couple of points on the board, shrinking that lead to a 14-point lead, 76 Shevel, Berkeley 62, with 12.5 minutes to go.
We got number 888, Brawlin Angel on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
And Sherlock Holmes Live 713 jamming for Shevel.
2 travel team blockers jamming against each other. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, again, a lot of times you're going to see with those kind of jammers, they're going to hold their line. It's going to be a lot harder to push them out of bounds. You see, they're not as kinetic as some other jammers you're going to see. Watching Sherlock Holmes slice, just hold her line, play to her strength. She is a strong human being, getting lead jammer.
Some nice minute defense by Frida Loca at the front of the pack. Looks like both jammers are out. Berkeley's hoping they dug in enough. Oh, and it looks like only 1 point was scored. So that was very effective wall there by Berkeley right at the end.
Great job by Berkeley to snap back together, get back to your teammates, form a cohesive wall before they could take advantage of that lead jammer situation. Jamming for Shivel, number 318, that is Make Haste.
And we got number 1, Parla Chica Mala on the line for the Berkeley Resistance. Looks like we got an empty box. Very nice. Both jammers just being swept to the outside and out of bounds.
That's number 50, Taxi Scab, just applying 9 years and a lot of athleticism into this situation.
Yeah, dirty.
Back at the front of the pack, La Chica Mala just dipping and diving, picking up lead jammer there for Berkeley.
That 3-wall back there of Studi Baker, Taxi Scab, Dirty Little Trick. And Jedi. That's not a fun wall. That does not look like a good time. I'm glad I'm up here eating pizza instead of out there. La Chica Mala, 5 points for the Berkeley Resistance.
That is a natural grand slam for Mala. That Berkeley wall is just absolutely nasty right now. Mala doing a great job holding her line to the inside. Make haste. Still being greeted by a bunch of Berkeley blockers. Still on her initial pass.
I heard a whistle. Up, looks like Studi Baker is going to the box.
I'll tell you what, Studi Baker out there is just hammering away. Got picked up by, looks like a cut potentially there, but a lot of great time in there. Mala's trying to pick up a couple more points right there.
Some fantastic teamwork for both of these teams tonight. Everybody's just moving as one unit. You could really tell by how close the score is. Got number 45, Dolly Rocket on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
Quickly fielding number 89, that's Mean Burrito for Sheevil Dead.
And you know, that last group of Berkeley blockers should probably go work for your Jimbo with the protection they provided their jammer. Your Jimbo Protection Service is one of San Francisco's Bay Area's premier providers of protection services. They've got our backs.
Number 89, Mean Burrito, hopping up and down for Berkeley, trying to get through, but nope. That is 45, Dolly Rocket with lead jammer.
I didn't think Dolly Rocket could get any scarier, but I was wrong.
As they say, Dolly is the complete package.
She has a really cute dog, too. And if you want a dog, I think we have Rocket Dogs here tonight. You won't be able to get her dog, but you might be able to get one almost as cute. All right, we got number 14, Rufio on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's 360, that's Trixie Pixie jamming for Sheevil Dead. You know what, I missed that lead change.
I know, I've been so riveted by the action, I'm not even looking at the score. It's really close. We have a 2-point game, G-Money.
Both jammers fighting for lead jammer. Taxi Stab with a big swipe to the outside, but no, that is Trixie Pixie coming around with lead jammer. 52 Kid Ace, and that's Humvee at the back, really giving Rufio just a tough time.
Rufio ran up that inside line, just kept pushing. It paid off. She is out. She is not lead jammer.
That is Trixie Pixie picking up 4 points. That is another lead change. Sheevil Dead taking the lead back, 81. Berkeley Resistance, 79. I gotta love this kind of roller derby.
And we got a little bit over 7 minutes.
Whenever we have a lead change, we like to drink. So go check out your Bad Booze booth. Remember, the bar closes halfway through the second period of the game. Go ahead and get yourself a Linden Street beer. Linden Street Brewing opens their loading docks on Saturdays and Sundays for tasting tours and foods. Check out Linden Street.
Boy, those jammers really don't care about our announcements there. Looks like Steely Jam picking up lead jammer. Right with Sherlock Holmes slides. That's going to be a 0-0 jam. We're going to be taking this next Next game clock under 7 minutes. Really critical time for both teams. Skating clean, getting points up on the board, making sure we're staying in this game. Jamming for Sheevil, that's going to be 318. That's Make Haste.
And we got number 888, Brawlin' Angel on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
Make Haste trying to step through. Brawlin' Angel with that combination of being a former jammer and now a blocker. And now jamming again, picking up lead jammer.
Berkeley is down one blocker for this jam. Oh, and it looks like we have Josso going to the box as well. So Berkeley is going to have to stop Make Haste with 2 blockers, whereas Brawlin' Angel gets the pleasure of going up against 4 of San Francisco's finest.
Wow, that was a really fun little battle with Taxi Scab and Kid Ace in there right as that scoring pass.
I don't think there's a such thing as a fun battle with Taxi Scab.
Oh my goodness. That is Berkeley picking up 5 points with another lead change. So if you are drinking at home, take another sip out of your cup. That's 84 Berkeley, that's 81 Sheevil Dead with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock.
We got number 1 Par La Chica Mama on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's 89, that is Mean Burrito.
These are 2 very powerful jammers with very fast feet and determined attitudes.
That's 86, Gretchen Bobbin, 405, Dirty Little Trick, trying to work against Mean Burrito, but she picks up Lead Jammer. Lead Jammer becoming so important right now as Mean Burrito comes racing around, trying to pick up some points, comes racing around, picked up a couple of points, looks there.
Mean Burrito did a good job flipping her hips around at the last minute to get her hips around that last skater before calling it off.
Picking up 4 points. That's another lead change, people.
Mind-blowing. Got number 45, Dolly Rocket, in a minute.
And we have a timeout, which is a great opportunity to go get yourself some raffle tickets. We have fantastic prizes this evening, brought to you by Photography by Design, J Fine Designs, Frankie and Murr, Yes and Yes Designs, Plastic Fantastic, and Derby Medical Supply.
Looks like the officials needed to get together and talk about it. Not sure what.
You know, a little known fact, G-Money, is officials actually really love Girl Scout cookies. You should have seen them at the last practice. Went through about a box each. If you love Girl Scout cookies, make your way to the vendor village as they are over there selling their Girl Scout cookies.
All that pointing at people makes them hungry.
So Berkeley's going to be starting out this jam with 3 blockers in the box, with feeling only Dolly Rocket out there in the pack. Because they have 1 blocker standing, that person's going to be entering in within at least 10 seconds, so she's going to have to start in there as well.
Strangely, Dolly Rocket looks undaunted by this. I don't know. Berkeley has put Brawlin' Angel in as jammer. Brawlin's like, it's cool. I can block myself. It's fine.
So many of these decisions right now at the end of each half is all about, a lot of it's about personnel. Who you're putting in, who are you putting in together, and you know, do they have enough rest to actually play effectively for the whole jam?
It's like playing Magic. Never mind.
Where's Chewy? Where's Chewy? You got another shot up? You got another shot up?
During this official timeout, let's make our way over to the raffle booth. Oh, looks like we may have some action. But get yourself over to the raffle booth. Remember, we are raffling off those VIP benches again at the start of the second game. Look how comfy those folks are in those VIP benches.
The official timeout was for Pink 405 for a failure to report to the box. She is receiving an insubordination.
So that's going to be a tough additional penalty for Dirty Little Trick number 405. She's going to have to spend 2 minutes in the box because she did not report to the box fast enough.
Trixie Pixie is out. Looks like Dolly Rocket got a little bit of help there. Form of Beyond Control. Brawlin' Angel is out, but she's your not lead jammer. Your not lead jammer.
Great hit by Beyond Control right there, hitting Trixie Pixie to the outside. Looks like Trixie Pixie still picked up those 3 points, extending that Shiva lead to 88-84. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Shiva's going to be fielding number 713. That is Sherlock Home Slice.
We got number 19, Steely Jan on the line for the Berkeley Resistance. This game also could come down to, in the second half, which team can stay out of the box. Seems like it's been about even so far. Oh, Steely Jan runs through that last wall. She is your lead jammer.
Steely Dan doing a great job forcing a multiplayer block. If you're wondering, Steely Jan picking up 4 points. I think going backwards. Regretfully, you don't get any style points for there, or she would have the lead.
You should get style points.
Steely Jan has tied up that score, 88-88, with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this half. We have a tie.
All right, and Dolly Rocket's on the line again, number 45 for Berkeley. She's ready to go. Looks like Shiva is down to 2 blockers. Berkeley has 3.
Looks like Sherlock Homeslice picked up a major penalty at the very end of that. That's going to give Dolly Rocket a power jam right here. She picks up a quick lead jammer.
Nice offense there by Taxi Scab, being the shiny object for a minute so that Dolly Rocket can push her way through.
Yeah, Dolly Rocket is so difficult to push off her spot. Where she wants to be, really difficult to move her as she picks up 5 points on a grand slam. But
and it looks like this is going to be a power jam for the San Francisco Sheevil Dead.
that signal was intentionally skating out of bounds that Dolly Rocket was called on. I'm sorry, what's that? Correction, blocking out of bounds.
It was out of bounds. Looks like Sheevil is back up to full strength.
Sherlock getting another 5 points right there. Tit for tat. She's accelerated, and we're back to a tie. Sherlock picking up 5 points on a grand slam. That's Sheevil Dead with the lead.
We're back up to 2 full packs, I think.
Yes.
Yes, 4 versus 4, the way it should be.
Now Dolly Rocket had lead jammer, so there's going to be a 2-minute jam as Sherlock picks up 5 more points, extending that lead to 103 to 93.
Really tight blocking there by Sheevil. You got Cornholio, Kid Ace, Slavia Majora. Not an easy wall to get by. Got Frida Loca, Jedi Force, and Taxi Scab in the front, giving Sherlock the business. She takes it.
Looks like we might be closing in on that final jam of the half, unless something strange happens. Sheevil Dead has a lead of 107.99. With that potential last jam of the half, they're going to be fielding number 89. That's Mean Burrito.
We got number 888, Brawlin' Angel, back on the line for the Berkeley Resistance. Eight-point game.
This is one of those jams where it's right personnel at the right time is really important. Let's see if this works out for both teams. Brawlin' Angel, 888, pushing her way, hopping backwards and frontwards. That's Nurse Lithium working her way. Still though, Brawlin' Angel picks up lead jammer.
Looks like Burrito's still trying to get past Gretchen Vomit, Studi Baker, and Jambi at the front, and she's out. Sheevil trying to keep Brawlin' from being able to get any, or at least too many points before Mean Burrito can get a few. Oh. And it looks like they were able to prevent Mean Burrito from scoring on that pass.
Looks like it's going to take us into half unless a timeout happens.
My God.
That score is 103 with a 15-minute half. Go ahead and hop up, grab some beers, grab some snacks. It's going to be a lot of fun in the second half. So I'd like to take this opportunity to give a big shout out to our refs and our non-skating refs, also known as NSOs. Big factors in our league, why our league is so successful here in the nation and in the world. They're out there multiple times a week helping us get better and also getting themselves better. Looks like with about 21 seconds left in the half, both teams are wasting no time, wanting to get right back out at there. Jamming for Shevel, that's going to be 89, Mean Burrito.
Yeah, and we'll see if after the half, after seeing how the first half went, if any of the lineups change, if we see any new strategies emerging. See what the teams took away from the first half. Looks like Berkeley is going to be starting with one skater in the box, number 11 Beyond Control. Got number 19 Steely Jan jamming for the Berkeley Resistance. And it looks like she's your lead jammer.
Great job by Steely Jan, finding a crease, pushing wide and then back inside, picking up lead jammer. Mean Burrito still on her first pass, now against two blockers as Jocelyn goes to the box, but that's Taxi Scab. Often I say more than just one blocker. Steely Jan picking up 4 points, tying the score, and waiting to the last minute to call off the jam. Great job by Steely Jan managing, trying to bleed as much time as possible out for her blockers in the box.
We got number 888 Brawlin Langel on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's 360, that's Trixie Pixie. Trixie Pixie's pretty happy out there. She sees 4 of her own blockers versus 2 Berkeley blockers, but yeah, I'm never really happy when I get to go look at Dolly Rocket.
And Dirty Little Tricks.
I was gonna say, I think that's Dirty Little Trick out there as well.
Oh, Trixie Pixie ducks under Dolly Rocket. She is your lead jammer.
Ballin' Angel still with 4 blockers out there for Shevel, getting out of her initial pass. Trixie Pixie coming around, picking up 4 points, and calling off that jam. I tell you what, Trixie Pixie is just bottled lightning.
She's like invisible. She can become invisible. It's so weird. We got number 1 Parla Chicamalo on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
I think that's 713 Sherlock Holmes Slice, doing her best to make herself small.
Got Jambi and Gretchen Vaughn holding down the fort up front for Berkeley.
That's 47. Kim Fection giving Mala a hard time. Sherlock Holmes Slice pushing away, getting lead jammer with Mala right behind her.
Berkeley's in front. Didn't look like Sherlock wanted to take any chances. She called it off.
Sherlock, knowing that would have been difficult to pick up some points, looked at the box back there, saw that Berkeley still had a blocker sitting, and made that tactical choice to start the next jam, still up 1 blocker. With the score 111, Shevel, 107, Berkeley. Shevel's going to be fielding number 89, that's Mean Burrito jamming.
And we got number 19, Steely Jan on the line for Berkeley. Looks like Berkeley is only now down 1 blocker.
Let's actually just a half, because Taxi Scab is out there. She's worth 1.5 people.
Oh, and it looks like Steely Jan is out. She is your lead jammer for the Berkeley Resistance.
Mean Burrito pushing her way up, getting out of the box. Right now we're in that point of the game where lead jammer is so important to pick up points. Everybody's nickel and diming. Again, Steely Jam should be picking up style points as she twists and turns, takes that last point going backwards, and ties that score up again. That's 111. 25 minutes left.
I'd like to take a second to thank our wonderful medics over here in the corner. We also want to thank Derby Medical Supply, taking care of Derby players because they don't seem to do a very good job on their own. Find them on Facebook, Derby Medical Supply.
We got number 14, Rufio for Berkeley.
And 360, Trixie Pixie, jamming for Shevel, trying the outside route in initially. But tell you what, that Berkeley wall is back together, the box cleared out, and they're all over Trixie Pixie. That's Dolly Rocket forcing her to recycle. Trixie Pixie not able to get back through.
Nice tight wall up there. We got Nurse Lithium, Kid Ace, and Kim Fectious making Rufio's life very unpleasant.
Number 43, Jambi almost getting Trixie Pixie, but Trixie Pixie picking up lead jammer.
Nice last-minute blocking up there by Kid Ace. Rufio is able to evade that action, coming around on her scoring pass.
Number 45, Dolly Rocket for Berkeley, doing a great job of physically blocking, but also talking to her blockers and putting them in position to be successful.
Some very tight walls in both of those teams in that last pack. Got number 888, Brawlin' Angel for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's 713, Sherlock Holmes Slice, Jammer for Sheevil Dead. Sheevil did a great job getting lead Jammer, picking up 3 points, getting the lead right now as lead Jammer becomes more and more important throughout this bout.
G-Money, we have a, oh, never mind, I lied. I thought we had a clear box. Looks like Sheevil is down 1. Thought we'd get to drink there for a minute.
713, Sherlock Holmes Slice pushing her way to the front, but 888, Brawlin' Angel getting lead Jammer.
Berkeley is taking the front, digging their heels in, making some holes for Brawlin'. She is out. 4 points.
Brawlin' Angel doing a great job, giving Berkeley the lead right now with a 1 point lead, 115-114, another lead change out there.
Go ahead and grab your Barefoot Wine and Bubbly. Get barefoot and have a great time with Barefoot Wine and Bubbly, the official wine of Bad. And don't forget to reserve our Barefoot patio for your group for the next bout.
We got number 19, Steely Jan, wearing the hat for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's number 318, that's Make Haste. Jamming for Sheevil, working away against Dolly Rocket. Looks like as well as Jambi. That's a tough wall at Berkeley. Steely goes down.
Steely always gets up real fast, like real fast.
Berkeley had 2 blockers out there. Quickly getting 2, going to the box right now.
Looks like right now Berkeley has the pack advantage. We got 2 skaters in the box for Sheevil Dead. Looks like Slaby Majoy and Kid Ace are both in the box.
Steely Jan trying to do one of those little twisty moves on the inside, trying to pick up points. She did pick up 3 points, extending that lead for the Berkeley Resistance. 123-114. Nickel and Diamond with 23 minutes left in this half.
So we got number 1, Parla Chicamala, wearing the star for the Berkeley Resistance.
And number 89, that's Mean Burrito. There's 2 blockers out there right now. Looks like it's Cornholio and Kim Fectious there saying, hey, I got your back.
Seems like the second half starting off a little more penalty heavy than the first half. And La Chica Mala pushes past that front last defense of Cornholio. She's your lead jammer for Berkeley.
Taxi Scab really earning her money, making Mean Burrito score points. Mala comes through, picks up 4 points.
Looks like Sheevil played musical blocker chairs. 1 skater left, another entered.
And Berkeley's called an official timeout. We're going to take a moment to remind you to go get your raffle tickets. Lots of great prizes this evening. You can win a personalized piece of jewelry by Plastic Fantastic. Check them out on Facebook, Plastic Fantastic. Also, there's jewelry made from books. So if you're a reader and you like a little bit of bling, check out Yes and Yes Designs. They have jewelry made from books, and check them out at yesandyesdesigns.com.
They're real pretty as well.
I just bought one. I'm gonna wear it to my wedding.
So we talk a lot about teams settling into halves and settling out of halves. Looks like that Berkeley's really settled into this right now. Extended a not a big lead, but when you're nickel and diming, 3s and 4 points, really critical to extend this out. It also gives you that padding that in the case of a power jam, that you're going to have that enough of a lead to be able to weather those points that the other team's going to put up.
Yeah, the Berkeley Jammers are doing a good job of managing their time too. They're not calling it off right away if they've got people in the box. They're trying to spread it out a little bit. A lot of good agility on both teams too with the Jammers. There's a lot of pirouetting on 1 foot and skating up on the inside line and pushing yourself through.
Yeah, I got to say I'm a little disappointed in the coaches though right now. I like official reviews where they're just kind of almost losing their way. That's something I do.
Not everybody can be like you, G-Money. They
Great
want
job.
their blood pressure to get up. They can't drink until after the game.
Yeah, it's a special ability to talk the refs in pressure situations. Both those coaches going out there pleading their cases. It's Chrissy Yamagacha asking for an official review.
See, and they don't even have any clipboards to throw. I don't know what's up.
They got chairs.
If they did have clipboards, they'd end up needing, we'd have to call out your Jimbo Security, right? Your Jimbo Security, your Jimbo Protection Service is one of San Francisco's and the Bay Area's premier providers of protection services. They've got our backs. They've also got the zebras' backs in the middle of the track as well.
It's Sochi's safe in here.
I think it's funny is in the absence of power jams, a 7-point lead looks real big.
It's huge. I think it's funny that despite the power jams, the game is this close. That really speaks to the defense on both teams. All right, I think this is happening.
That is a very, very good official review by Berkeley. They challenged Green 8-9, the jammer, Mean Burrito, for a cut. They called her on that cut, so Berkeley's going to be starting out on this power jam. That's Brawlin' Angel 888, already on her initial pass, picking up points.
That's the dream, man. Power jam with only 2 opposing blockers. That's about as easy as it's going to get. Not that it's ever easy with that caliber of blockers. Nurse Lithium and Slabia Majora mean business.
Outstanding job by, that's number 86U, Scratch and Vomit, faking a little bit of offense right now. Brawlin' Angel is saying she don't need any of this offense, picking up another 5 points. That is 15 points on this jam, another 5 points on that pass.
Yeah, the bigger the pad you can build up during a power jam, the better in a game this close. You got to really take advantage of the power jams when you get them.
Now Brawlin' Angel's calling off that jam. She saw the Mean Burrito standing up in the box, about ready to clear, which she's guaranteeing that her jammer, number 19, Steely Jan's going to get another chance to pick up lead jammer, score some more points.
It sounds like the Shivo fans are waking up a little bit. They got their pizza, they got some beer. The zombies are rising in the audience tonight.
Steely Jan quickly picking up lead jammer against 2 blockers. Number 47, Kim Fexus joining the pack. Steely Jan back around on her scoring pass. And ducking out, picking up 5 points on a natural grand slam.
Some nice distraction strategy there by Taxi Scab. Again, being the shiny object.
I'll tell you what, Steely Jam did an outstanding job on that scoring pass, staying in bounds, skating incredibly strong and picking up another 4 points, extending that lead for Berkeley, 156, Shiva 114 with 20 minutes left in this bout.
It is not easy staying in bounds when you got wheels on your feet and somebody's pushing you. Or 3 people are pushing you. That's worse. Got number 14, Rufio, wearing the star for the Berkeley Resistance.
Shiva's going to be fielding number 360, that's Trixie Pixie. Trixie Pixie facing a 4-wall against Berkeley. That is a very coordinated, very stout, quick-footed 4-wall. On the other side, Rufio pushing that wall back. Speaking of quick-footed, great job holding her back, but she still picks up lead jammer.
Cornholio Slabia Majora, and I believe that's Dorothy Dredd. Really tight green wall there at the front of the pack. Again, making Rufio's life a little harder for as long as they can.
Trixie Pixie skirting up the inside line. Jamie could not get there, getting out on an initial pass. Rufio says, I've had enough. I think I passed at least 3 blockers, picking up 3 points. Great job by Shivo and both Berkeley. Berkeley extending that lead 160 to 114, Shivo dead.
This is the biggest point spread we've had so far for this bout, but we're only about 10 minutes into the game, right? Is my math right? Yeah. And as this bout has shown, anything can happen. Got number 1, Parla Chickamala on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
A Sherlock Holmes slice, I think taking her 3rd jam of the half. Number 713, jamming for Shivo. Sherlock's going against a 3-wall. Meanwhile, Mala working against a 4-wall, but kind of slicing and dicing. Sherlock to the outside, picking up lead jammer.
Seems like it's kind of coming out of turn 2 that the packs are getting fast enough that the jammers are able to maneuver and juke a little bit.
Sherlock picking up 2 points, passing 1 on the floor, picking up that 1 point in the box, getting back on the board. So critical right now to get yourself into a groove, start picking up lead jammer and getting back into this game.
She was able to call it off before Berkeley was able to score any points in that jam. And with that number 19, Steely Jan, taking the star for the Berkeley Resistance.
And that's number 89, Mean Burrito, jamming for Sheevil Dead. Sheevil has a blocker advantage of 4 versus 3. Steely Jan getting out with lead jammer.
Mean Burrito is hot on her tail, trying to get as much speed as possible. The pack is at a standstill. Oh, and that was a 0-0 jam.
Steely Jan happy to pick up 0 points right there. Looks like at the end of that jam, that's Dorothy Dredd picking up a penalty and going to be going to the box. Kind of a light pack out there, 2 versus 3. Sheevil still having the advantage as they field their jammer, number 3, Trixie Pixie.
And we got Brawlin' Angel, number 888, jamming for Berkeley.
You can see Berkeley compressing that inside, but Trixie bouncing back from the outside, picking up a critical lead jammer.
Nice offense there by Taxi Scab. And Dolly Rocket trying to get Brawlin' out, and she's out.
Brawlin' Angel being very, very patient. Trixie Pixie getting pushed to the outside. Let's see how many points she picked up.
It's like 0 points for Berkeley in that jam, and 3 points for the Sheevil Dead.
Real critical to keep on getting lead jammer for both teams and chipping away, either extending the lead or closing that lead down. Jamming for Sheevil, that's going to be 7-1-3. Sherlock Homeslice, I think, with her 5th jam of the half.
We got number 1, Parla Chickamala on the line for the Berkeley Resistance. So the jammers are having to really watch their timing, making sure they're calling it off soon enough, but still trying to keep that lead. Berkeley's trying not to call it off too soon because they want to burn the clock right now.
That's 1 par, Chickamala playing cat and mouse. Meanwhile, Sherlock Homeslice pushing her way back up to the inside. Mala holding her line, getting out of the pack as well.
Pack slowing down again, re-scrumming.
Sherlock Homeslice trying to push her hits through. Looks like she picked up 2 points. Again, small little points, real critical right now with 16 minutes left in the half. 121 Sheevil, 160 the Berkeley Resistance.
And Sherlock was able to call that off before Mala was able to score any points. So it was very well timed.
Jamming for Sheevil, that's 318, that's Make Haste.
We got number 14, Rufio, jamming for Berkeley. Oh, that was sexy. May just snuck up the outside line. Lead jammer in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, Make ducked to the inside and then worked her back away to the outside. Again, holding a strong line, dipping around, pardon me, picking up 5 points.
Rufio's right behind her, and May's like, I'm good.
May Case getting a big call-off signal from her bench as Berkeley has 2 blockers in the box.
And with 15 minutes left in this matchup, we want to remind you to get your raffle tickets. We will be raffling off those VIP couches you see over here by the announcer's booth. We'll also have some great product by Photography by Designs. Win a poster-sized print of roller derby in the raffle.
Sheevil's going to be fielding number 89, Mean Burrito.
We got number 19, Steely Jan, taking the star again for the Berkeley Resistance.
Mean Burrito hopping outside and then inside, picking up lead jammer number 47. That is Kim Fectious getting Steely Jan on a hook, giving her jammer a chance to pick up some points. Burrito picking up 4 points and calling it off real quick.
The score is tightening.
Take that back. She picked up 5 points. Getting points for that jammer pass right there. Closing that down to only now a 28-point lead. 132 Sheevil, 160 Berkeley. Sheevil's going to be fielding number 360, Trixie Pixie.
1 power jam could close that gap. Or just a really awesome jam. Brown's like, oh, sure, that's cool, guys. So you only need 28 points? It's fine. I can do it on 1 foot. It's cool.
Take that back. That was a point correction. That's 131, Sheevil. 160, the resistance.
Looks like we got another kind of short pack. Sheevil's down 1, Berkeley's down 2.
Trixie Pixie with lead jammer, inside, outside.
Brown's right behind her. Looking easy breezy, beautiful.
So lightning fast, coming back into that pack, picking up her 4 points, high-fiving everybody on the way back to the bench.
Want to take a second to thank Wicked Skatewear. Wicked Skatewear is an apparel and uniform company that happens to sell roller skates and gear. Check them out at wickedskatewear.com.
Jamming for Sheevil, that's 713 Sherlock Holmes slice.
We got 1 par La Chica Mala on the line for the Berkeley Resistance. See, when we actually have full packs, it's a lot harder for the jammers to get through, but when you only got 3 or 2 people, there's more holes. And Mala is out. She is your lead jammer for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's Berkeley Resistance answering back after a dry spell of lead jammer. Picking up lead by La Chica Mala. Picking up 4 points.
That was also sexy. Mala ducking on the outside, sweeping that pack. Points for Berkeley. 4 points.
Both teams are in that point with 12 and a half minutes left. This comes down to personnel putting out there and then the people executing when they need to. Really critical right now to stay on the floor and do your job.
We got number 19, Steely Jan on the line for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's 89 Mean Burrito for Sheevil Dead.
Ooh, little feisty jammer on jammer by Mean Burrito. But Steely is out. She brushed it off. She's fine with it. Coming around under scoring pass.
That's that Sheevil wall snapping back together. Good job. Looks like the Berkeley players are trying to re-scrum on top of them. Somebody picked up a major right there. Spending a whole minute there in the penalty box. That would be Taxi Scab.
Both of these teams giving their all out there on the track, and you can tell they worked out hard during the off season. They must have worked out at the Perfect Sidekick, the first and only LGBTQ gym in the nation, voted 2013's best gym in Oakland. Check out perfectsidekick.com.
Right before that jam started, looks like the Sheevil bench looking for an official review right now. The big old O in the sky.
G-Money, how many official reviews does each team get per game?
They get 2, 1 each half.
So again, very precious resource here. But again, in a game this close with only 11 minutes and some change left.
And with 11 minutes left, remember, raffle is coming up for those VIP couches. Also, some other raffle prizes to tell you about. J Fine Designs. You can win a necklace, watch, or ring in the raffle. Also, Frankie and Murs here win handcrafted body sprays in the raffle. Great gift if one of your loved ones is skating out there today. Give them a spritz after the game.
I'll also say as an official review, not that I've ever done this before, but it's a great opportunity to stop the clock and talk to your team without using a timeout.
I don't know what you're talking about, G-Money.
Never used one of those before in my life.
That doesn't sound right at all. I'm sure nobody does that. Looks like Brown Angel's ready to jam again for Berkeley.
Our reporter on the scene, Chewy's coming back. Gonna let us know what they're talking about.
The green team requested that the counter-directional on Pink 50 be considered egregious. We have decided that it is not considered egregious.
There you go. That happened.
So basically, Taxi Scab started a pile-up. They wanted to get her thrown out of the game. The ref said no. Trixie Pixie back out on the line, 3-6-0 for Sheevil with 11 minutes, 40 seconds left. She's jamming against Ball and Angel, 8-8-8.
So very tight, controlled walls. Hit by Gretchen Vomit took Trixie Pixie out of bounds.
Brawling Angel getting lead jammer, but she's going to play a little jammer on jammer action, slowing Trixie Pixie down.
Brawlin's trying to kill a little bit of time, knowing that she could call the jam off at any time. Looks like Rufio is taking the star, number 14, again for the Berkeley Resistance.
That's Sherlock Holmes size 713 for Sheevil. Currently, Sheevil does have a 4-3 blocker advantage, but again, everybody's sending out some of the big kids out there on those blocker lines.
I don't think we've had a full pack in a really long time. It looks like Berkeley is down 1.
That's number 43, Jambi, all over Sherlock Holmes slice. Then Dolly Rocket gets into the action, putting her to the outside.
Dancing on her toe stops on the line.
She's been known to do that.
Fancy stuff.
Both jammers having an unfun time against those coordinated walls.
Some nice.
Rufio in the back. Dolly Rocket putting 713 Sherlock Holmes life back to the outside. Dolly Rocket getting the most she can out of this jam. Rufio finally picks up lead jammer. Very critical there for Berkeley.
When someone hits your jammer out, your jammer has to come in behind that person. Dolly Rocket prevented Slavia Majora from skating backwards, thus forcing her jammer to skate backwards and lose some ground. It's very, very effective defense there.
Rufio very disciplined, hopping to the inside, hopping to the out. Looks like she's going to pick up a couple of points there, extending out Berkeley's lead with mine by 4 points. Setting that lead, 170-136 Sheevil. Sheevil will be fielding number 89, Mean Burrito.
And we got Steely Jan, number 19, back on the line for the Berkeley Resistance. I don't know how they line up there and not dance when this song comes on.
Both teams have 4 blockers on. Steely testing that outside, does a little pirouette, picks up lead jammer.
Mean Burrito is right behind her, so this is going to be a race. A race Steely Jan doesn't want to be bothered with. Got one par, La Chica Mala taking the star for the Berkeley Resistance.
Berkeley doing a great job getting their lineup ready, getting out there and getting the back line. Very critical to be able to get your body on that jammer immediately. Speaking of that jammer is number 360, Trixie Pixie.
We have an empty box, G-Money.
2 jams in a row.
That's crazy.
Speaking of body on, that is Taxi Scab and Jambi all over Trixie Pixie in the back of the pack. Number 1 par, La Chica Mala, not having too much more fun in the front against that Sheevil wall.
Yes, we got Nurse Lithium, Tara Bishop, and Humvee in the front, giving Mala the business. She is out, and she is your lead jammer.
La Chica Mala getting really rewarded for her perseverance right there. Meanwhile, Dolly Rocket trying to force Trixie Pixie back out on the cut. Mala through for a score back, picking up a natural grand slam for Berkeley Resistance.
Oh, and it looks like Trixie Pixie got called in a major cut, expertly forced by Dolly Rocket.
Such critical timing by number 45, Dolly Rocket, forcing that cut. Taxi Scab playing some offensive front for her friend La Chica Mala. Keeping Lithium bobbing inside to outside, picking up a grand slam.
Mala just ping-ponging through all of those blockers in front. Asked for a little bit of help and then jumped the apex for funsies. Another batch of points for the Berkeley Resistance.
Taxi Scab right there, and just the threat of Taxi playing some offense really messes some people up there. Can't get coordinated, can't play in a wall. La Chica Mala picking up 5 more points, extending that lead to 190-136 for the Berkeley Resistance.
Jambi jumping up there too. A little distractor offense. Berkeley doing a really good job of moving forward with the pack.
Great job by 999, Tara Bishop, keeping a body on. Mala picks up another 5 points for the Resistance and calls it off before Trixie Pixie can leave that box.
We are down to just over 6 minutes of this game, ladies and gentlemen. So again, if you're here for Sheevil, Let's hear it. Sheeval fans. All right, Berkeley fans, you guys must be pretty happy right now. Let's hear it.
That is Brawlin' Angel standing tall and pushing her way through for Lee Jammer for the Berkeley Resistance. Trixie Pixie is back in the pack, but being greeted by lots of her Berkeley friends as they're hopping around and trying to keep a body on her.
Brawlin had the luxury of doing her initial pass with the opposing jammer still in the box, so she is on her scoring pass. It looks like there was a no pass, no penalty there. Brawlin's last pass, she picked up 4 points.
Brawlin' Angel being that veteran, she's trying to eat up as much time as possible in between jams.
You know, G-Money and Postal, I thought we had the best seats in the house over in the announcer's booth, but I gotta say, I'm up here in the Barefoot Wine and Bubbly patio, and look at this view, guys. Are you loving it? You loving it? You too could have your next group outing here. Wedding, birthday party, celebrating the fact that it's Saturday up here in the Barefoot patio. Give us a call and we'll be able to take care of you.
All right, Steely Jan on the line for the Berkeley Resistance, trying to work her way through.
Sherlock Holmes Ice, number 713, jamming for Sheeval, pushing her way, but not before Steely Jan picks up Lee Jammer.
It's like Silver Foxy is going to the box for Sheeval. Sheeval is now down one blocker. It's a fast pack.
Really, the name of the game right now for Berkeley is picking up Lee Jammer and keeping their blockers on, and blockers and jammers on that floor. Great job by Steely Jan and that pack, picking up Lee Jammer with 4.5 minutes left, 199-136.
We got number 1 par, La Chica Mala, taking the start for the Berkeley Resistance.
And that's 3-1-8, that's Make Haste jamming for Sheeval Dead. Make Haste working both inside and out. Berkeley has 4 blockers out there, but Mala just staying out there. Knowing they're playing a little defense. Make Haste picking up Lee Jammer for the Sheeval Dead.
Looks like Mala is hot on her tail. The pack is stopped. Everyone's in position, digging in. Mala putting on a burst of speed, trying to get at least a point. Oh, it looks like it's a 0-0 jam. Mala did a great job of getting fast enough, forcing Make Haste to call off the jam before she herself was able to score any points as well.
Jamming for Sheeval Dead with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. That's 89, Mean Burrito.
Looks like the Resistance has passed 200 points, ladies and gentlemen. 2 centuries. Brawlin' Angel number 888 jamming for the Berkeley Resistance, pushing her way to the front. Stuck behind Sherlock Home Slice.
Mean Burrito with those quick peek, picking up Lee Jammer, but right behind her, that is 888, Brawlin' Angel.
Again, the pack is at a stop. Everyone's digging in. Oh, and it looks like at the last minute, Mean Burrito got a major for skating out of bounds. Apparently she skated out as she was calling the jam off. Berkeley is going to be starting this next jam unopposed.
Really tough penalty to be picking up right there. If you're wondering, you cannot skate out of bounds without being hit out of bounds. It looks like refs are calling Mean Burrito for doing so. But a little tit for tat. Rubio's going to be picking up a major back block, head into the box, making Mean Burrito's trip that much shorter.
And again, when one jammer replaces another jammer in the box, the second jammer only has to sit as long as the first jammer did. So this is going to be a very short penalty for Rufio.
Mean Burrito on her initial pass. Neither skaters have made her initial pass, so Mean Burrito is still eligible to pick up Lee Jammer. Hopping and skipping, picking up Lee Jammer. That's Mean Burrito.
Both teams are at full strength. We've got 1 minute and 40-something seconds.
Mean Burrito picking up a 4-point pass. Mean Burrito wanting more, doing that kinetic hoppy style jam that we've seen so much tonight. Picking up another 5 points. Number 47, that's Kim Fectious, getting Rufio on a reel and reeling her back.
Both of these teams are skating like it's the first jam, giving everything they've got. Looks like we're going to get maybe a jam in. One more jam.
Hey, G Money and Postal. I'm over here in the VIP section, waving at you. Give everybody a shout out. I'm here with Carolyn and Kim. They are sitting in our VIP section. They bought VIP tickets for this evening and got a chance to talk to some of our Bay Area Derby All-Stars, talk to them about Derby and enjoying things from center track.
Right.
Jamming for Sheevel, that's 713, Sherlock Holmes slice.
And we've got Steely Jan on the line for the Berkeley Resistance. She's lead jammer. She's looking towards her bench, saying, hey guys, what do you want me to do?
Period clock currently at 20 seconds. Steely, being a veteran of all types of roller derby, knows the score, knows what to do.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Again,
Steely did a jump hit slide thing.
Again, Steely Jan trying to pick up some style points there. She's only going to pick up 4 points. Calling it off. That is your final 2:05 Berkeley Resistance. 153. Sheevel dead. Let's give it up for both teams.